We've got most of the year behind us. What is happening in the San Diego real estate market now that it's September? What's up? I'm JC Agajanian, broker associate with the Whistle Realty Group at eXp, bringing you the monthly market update, this time for September. We just got our figures for last month and we're going to run through them for you as quickly and efficiently as possible. As you may well know by now, we have our finger on the pulse. Our company will sell 600 homes this year before it's said and done, and we are not focusing on the pessimism of what's happened over previous months. We're looking at the data with optimism and figuring out where we're going from here. And most importantly, we're focusing on leading indicators as opposed to lagging indicators. Like I said, we're trying to look forward and see where this market is headed. So some of the core pieces of data that we like to focus in on are new listings coming on the market. How many new properties have hit the market? Well, that figure is down almost 30%, 28% when compared with this time last year. It was even higher last month, if you believe that. The next figure we're going to look at is the amount of pending sales, meaning how many properties were available for sale and have gone off with an accepted contract but have not yet closed. That number's down as well. It's about 23%. So we've got fewer properties coming onto the market, and we've got fewer properties going off the market. This is logical, and it's starting to paint the picture for us a little bit. Now we're going to get to the amount of actual closings. How many homes are selling? And that is also down by 19%, almost 20%. So we've got fewer properties coming on, we've got fewer properties going off, and fewer properties being sold. We've got fewer properties being bought and sold overall in general here in San Diego County. What we do have is an increase in the median sales price by about 10%. Why do you think this is? Well, the reason is because we've got a serious constriction on supply levels. Even though we have rates as high as we've seen them in several years, we still have a significant shortage of inventory for people to choose from. Speaking of those rates, if you're a buyer, they may be a real reason you are not in the market right now and you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for them to come down before you jump back in. I might give you a word of caution on that mentality. Reason being, it's kind of competitive right now as it is with rates in the 7 to 7.5% range. What do you think is going to happen when everybody else who has that same mentality, who's sitting on the sideline, sees rates start ticking down and decides to go ahead and get that pre-approval freshened up? It's going to be a zoo. So our strong recommendation is if you're in the market or if you've thought about being in the market and it's natural and logical for you and your family in this place of your life, then go ahead and stomach these rates, get into something that is going to suit you and your family. Maybe a little bit uncomfortable, maybe comfortable on the payment wise, knowing that we've got an election coming next year, we've got inflation numbers finally beginning to subside, and a refi opportunity will come in the next few years. So that when that happens and rates drop down, you're not jumping off the sidelines, getting into the game with a bunch of people who had the same mentality. Instead, you're already settled in that beautiful new home of yours, deciding to refinance and reduce that payment because you made the move when it didn't seem to make sense for most people. Now, if you're a seller in this market, it might not make sense for you to sell. There's a lot of unique, individual, specific circumstances to you and your family that could say, you know what, even though we probably have a pretty phenomenal rate on this property now and we're gonna have to take something higher, it could make sense. Maybe that sounds like a move out of county or out of state, or maybe that sounds like a pressing need for more space and a move up, or maybe that sounds like an overwhelming burden to maintain a property and you need to downsize. There are real reasons why it could still make sense for you and your family to make a move in this market, but there are also very plain and simple ones why it might not. Like, I've got a great property that suits my family's needs right now. We've got a 2.5%, 3.5%, 4.5% loan, and we don't want to take a more expensive property at a more expensive rate. I get it. I'm not here to push anything down your throat. I'm here to be an educator and to be a resource for you to figure out what is right for you and what timing is going to be right for you as well. So regardless of the circumstances, if you've got some thoughts kicking around and you need someone to be a sounding board for you, I am here for you. As always, feel free to shoot me a message right here. I would love to chat. Of course, no pressure ever. Always just coming together to collaborate on your specific scenario and what's the best move going forward. I look forward to talking to you soon.